All right, what's going on? So, we got a lot of stuff going on in Baby Doge still, a lot of price action going on. So, we're going to talk about the prices, where I believe the prices is going to go next, and we're also going to talk about one big thing inside of Baby Doge, right? And one big news clip inside of Baby Doge. That's what we're going to talk about. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice, but we are going to get straight into this. So, just look at the prices here right now. 8Z4230. The last video that I made, it was pretty much around the same prices. And I did mention some key points here with Baby Doge and where I believe the prices could pull back to. So we very, very briefly went back down here. So about 8Z3900 after I made that video, even down to 8Z3800. So that was actually one of the price points that we were talking about. One of the key points here for Baby Doge, right? We were talking about around 3800, 3700. We touched that very briefly. If you look at the 5-minute chart, you could probably see it more, but it like very briefly touched it. Like it touched it and immediately went back up. All right, so that's very, very, very important. And according to the 5-minute chart, you can see down here at the bottom of that momentum wave band where we have that discounted price level down here at AC3900. That's a very important level. And you can also see at the top where the premium area is about 8Z30, 43, 4400. That's a good resistance level that we're looking at. So we're going to be trading between 4400 and 3800 for a little bit. That's what it's seeming like because it's been moving sideways. But one thing with the chart prime indicators, and if y'all want to check out chart prime's indicators, check it out. Link in the description. It would be greatly appreciated. You would definitely be helping support the channel. So definitely check out chart prime. Link in the description. But one thing with this is whenever you see the momentum wave bands squeezing like this, like kind of closing in on each other, it's typically because there's about to be a massive movement, more than likely to the upside. That's what happens a lot with it. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen a lot, right? And just to kind of show you what I mean, like if you zoom in here, like when it started to really squeeze in here with the momentum wave bands, that's when it really started to pump. But look how it started to curve upwards when it was doing that, which is a very, very important point because if you look over here, it's not really curving upwards too much, but you can kind of see a slight little curve to the upside here on the top side of the momentum wave. And you can kind of see how it's starting to curve upwards. So I don't know if it's going to start doing something like this because the bottom momentum wave band is kind of just going straight downwards, well, slopes downwards like that, while the top looks like it's starting to curve upwards. You can kind of see it, just look right there how it's starting to curve upwards. So does that mean that we're about to have an increase in the price or not? Because when you look at the bottom, it's really a little bit sideways and it's going down a little bit. So it's kind of hard to tell. But what I can see is that we are heading towards 8Z 4400, give or take. And that's right at the Fibonacci retracement resistance up here. So about 8Z 4350, 8Z 4400. That's seeming like it's going to be a good target for us to reach. Now, looking at the more long term view for things, the 4-hour chart, this was to be expected. If you look at it from a long term perspective, right? We were really close to that discounted price level, as they like to call it, with the chart prime indicators, right? And it was the only thing that made sense for us to just pump, right? Anyways, right at the end of this wedge pattern, which I was pretty much following like very religiously, I was following this pattern, telling you guys about every single little thing in the pattern, about everything that was going on there. We did exactly what the pattern is supposed to do. At the end of this consolidation wedge pattern, you can see it just broke out massively. Like it was preparing for this, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and it finally happened. So it's a textbook play right there. So it is what it is. The technicals don't lie. That's why I say you always got to do an automatic, like auto technical analysis with some trading indicators on top of your manual technical analysis. That's why I always say stuff like that, because I drew this little wedge pattern here manually because I noticed the pattern. Typically when you see the candlesticks touching, your trend lines 3 times, well, that's a pattern. If it's touching it less than 3 times, it's not a pattern. But if it's touching it 3 times or more, it's a pattern. So that's why we see this pattern here worked so well. And it was, through a manual technical analysis. I just noticed the pattern, drew the wedge, and was like, yeah, we are inside of a wedge pattern. And you can call it anything. You can call it a bullish flag, a bull flag. That's what some would call it. That would be the technical term, I guess, because it's built like a bull flag, like a flag, right, pretty much. It's going upward, so it's bullish. So some would call it a bullish flag, a bull flag. It's not a falling wedge pattern. Um, but you can call it whatever you want. I just call it a consolidation wedge, right? A consolidation wedge pattern, because that's pretty much what it is to me. The price is consolidating. It's a wedge pattern, consolidation wedge pattern. Simple as that. Or you can call it a bull flag. But either way, that pattern was correct. And we also have the Fibonacci retracements that I would also consider that as like a manual technical analysis, because you're drawing from your swing low to your swing high. So you're kind of drawing that out there. That lived up to it pretty well too, because it stopped at our resistance at 8Z4400. It stopped at that resistance, and then the manual or the automatic technical analysis with the chart prime indicators, it stopped at the premium price points. The momentum wave bands are guiding it upwards. Then when the momentum wave bands start to level out, that means that things are going to start going down. So they're still kind of on an uptrend here. So I think we might have that potential to reach 8Z5100 and possibly even more, but there might be a pullback before that happens. Maybe not, though. We'll have to see. But it does look like we're going to have some more pumps inside of Baby Doge. Maybe not now, or maybe now. No one knows. So we just got to wait for that. But what I am seeing here, we are losing some trading volume. We had like 680 million, like pretty much 700 million in trading volume. And that's absolutely crazy. If you include the futures market, it was about 1 billion. So yeah, that's crazy. And it's funny because the video that I made not too long ago, just a few days ago, was talking about, well, like last week or something. I was talking about how we're about to reach 1 billion market cap soon, and now you can already see we're kind of getting there. Already passed it in fully diluted value, but who's counting? Anyways, 245 million dollars inside of volume. That's pretty good. We're doing numbers right now. And also, if you think about it, we kind of got rid of some of the old holders that were just waiting for the price to pump so they could finally get out. And they did. They did that. They waited for it to pump. They got out with their profits. And now we're getting new holders coming in. As you can see here, new holders are now coming in. And now we're going to start seeing that influx of new people. 4,500 holders now inside of Solana. But it's funny because, look, we just started the video. We have 4,570 holders on Solana. Watch when I hit that refresh button. Now we have 4,594 holders. So from 4,570 to 4,594. Yeah, and that's just within the time span of the beginning of the video till now. So you see, like, a lot of people are buying in on Solana. So a lot of people are bridging to Solana and buying directly on Solana. So that's very, very good. Now the big news thing that we wanted to talk about here with Baby Doge is that we are literally worldwide trending on Google searches, and we're actually trending more than Dogecoin. Well, no, that's actually Baby Doge against Dogecoin. And Baby Doge or Dogecoin is trending more than Baby Doge. But we are trending worldwide compared to what we usually do. We're back to doing what we did when we first started. So that's good. But we're not beating Dogecoin quite yet. You can see where that blue line at the bottom, Dogecoin is way above us. So we need to get above that. And I guess I'll talk about Dogecoin in some videos. I'll make some separate videos for Dogecoin because I know a lot of people are still interested in Doge. So that's probably going to be something I talk about too, because I think it'll be very beneficial. I think Dogecoin, in my honest opinion, is going to be above $1 this bull run, possibly even $2 for this bull run. So that's going to be very, very, very good. Dogecoin at $1, 147 billion market cap, not too far fetched. $2 is going to be a little bit harder, but $1, that's a good 1.25x from where we are now. So I think it's possible. Well, it's technically 2.25x because you're going up 100%. Anyways, that doesn't matter. What does matter is that Dogecoin is probably going to end up reaching $1 for this bull run, and Baby Doge is probably going to end up at 7Z1 at the least and 6Z1 at the most. So 7Z1 at the least, 6Z1 at the most. If you guys want me to do like a formal price prediction video with this new pump and all this new stuff that we got going on, I'll go ahead and do that, because I know I go from saying, hey, we'll get the 61 to going back to, hey, we'll do 7Z1. But I always fluctuate between the two based on the news that comes out for Baby Doge. So right now, with all the good stuff coming out, I'm kind of leaning towards 6Z1, maybe 7Z5. But then again, 7Z1 is like right around the corner. So I really do believe if we can do 7Z1 by the end of this year or by the beginning of next year, then we'll probably see 6Z1 by the end of the bull market. That's pretty much what I'm seeing here. But what I will do is make a whole video on the price prediction if y'all want me to do that. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for y'all today. So yeah, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely check out the link in the description for Chart Prime, best indicators in the game, and you'll be helping support the channel if you go ahead and sign up for that. So definitely check that out. And this is pretty much all I got. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section. And as always, I'll be back with another video.